So I just came back from vacation out of an 8-hour flight, and as I was gone, it looks like Gamefreak had a massive data breach. We got stuff leaked all the way from Pokemon Mythos to Pokemon lore, video games, and even Nintendo's newest console. So I kind of wanted to make this video focusing more on the games. What games may we be getting and what we missed out on previous games. There's a lot to get into, and we are not going to be able to go through all the leaks in this video. But there's still some really exciting news, especially for a game that got me kind of hyped, and we'll see. We'll kind of get into it, but we'll start off a little easy. Let's start off with a little taste. And look at these Gen 3 sprites. I started recording and I kind of wanted to go through every single one, but then I realized I was just talking about each Pokemon so much for 30 minutes, so I kind of took a step back. We're not going to talk about all the sprites here. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. You guys can pause the video or pause it here and look at what we got going on, but I'm going to talk about the ones that, just real quick, talk about the ones that kind of I noticed. So the main thing that I noticed about this image, and these are Gen 3 sprites, Pokemon that weren't able to make it in the game. Look at Pelipper, look at Shiftry, look at Sharpedo, Breloom. So the first thing you notice is that these designs are sharper, edgier, more aggressive looking. And we've heard in the past that Gamefreak doesn't like their Pokemon to look aggressive. They want their Pokemon to be kind of derpy, kind of cute, look a little silly, which has worked out really well for them in the past. We really never saw what that actually meant. Look at this Pelipper. This design looks so much more aggressive than what we got, but it doesn't feel, I don't know, as natural as the Pelipper that we have today. Shiftry as well, Sharpedo. These guys look aggressive. They look angry. They look like they'll fudge somebody up. You could tell they started off looking really cool, really aggressive, but then they softened them up a little bit. And it was just so interesting to see because, again, Hariyama, same thing. And look, they even had a baby form. Okay, I'm doing it again. But it's just interesting to see them trying to take a step back and soften up those Pokemon. And it's really cool because we've never actually, we've heard them say it, but we've never actually seen what they look like before. So this is a good example. If there's a Pokemon that you really like and you're just oh, they just want to made them change this, it would have looked really epic, but they most likely reverted it back, right? They most likely had it look really awesome, moved it back. Of course, we have the Blaziken Latias sprite. We've seen the images. Here's a sprite. Oh, that looks so good. That looks what could have been. It's okay. Blaziken is still my favorite Pokemon, but this is early models of X and Y Pro Tags. It looks like we got concept art of every single Gen 1 Pokemon. These leaks are massive. Oh my god. I think we're going to be getting stuff for a very long time, and people will be sifting through these leaks for months. Wow. But yeah, I think we're going to be getting these leaks for a very long time. Jeez, this video is 16 minutes. Oh my god. Oh wait. Did we get concept art for every... Oh my god, this isn't just Gen 1 Pokemon. This is every single Pokemon. Oh my god. No way. Whoa. What? Armored Pokemon? Remember when that was a rumor? When that was a thing? Oh my god. I remember, was it Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield, where I think it was Sword and Shield, where I remember everybody was talking about armored Pokemon being a thing. And look, there's literally concept images of armored Pokemon. Oh my god. That's insane. That means the leaks might have actually been true. They just didn't do them, right? They just like moved away from that. Wow. Huh? Metagross? This is what Metagross was? Again, what I say, they kind of like tone them down. Look at all the little Beldums. Yeah, they toned down the designs. You could totally see that. Oh god, we get like the whole diagram. I'm telling you, there's so much to go into with these designs. Oh, Gen 3 original designs here. The water Pokemon? We could have not had Mudkip? That just looks like a gecko. Mystery gift turtle Pokemon scrapped. Good. Oh my god, that can't be it. That can't actually be Cacturne. Jeez. Leaked Arceus lore. Alright, we gotta come back to all that. Crap. We gotta come back to that. Yes! Yes! Ah! I need to save that image. Grafty was originally a Gen 3 Pokemon. Wow. Yin Yang Absol. That looks so good. The fuck is this? Unknown Pokemon Black and White. Stumpy. Stumpy. Oh my god. Beta Shedinja. Rotom-Wash. That's a pretty cool Rotom-Wash. It was a sink. That. Beta Flygon. Beta Flygon. Oh no. I think I like regular Flygon a little bit better, but this looks more like a Vibrava. No way. No way. What? Man, just so much Pokemon leaks. Oh, all right. So, jumping into the video game aspects, let's start it off with what we know for sure is that the Switch 2 we already know it's been basically leaked, but Gamefreak has now revealed the codename being Ounce, and we know that Gen 10 is being developed for Ounce. So we're not getting Gen 10 on the original Switch. We kind of knew that now. It's pretty obvious. But Gen 10 is going to be a Switch 2 game. But now that I'm thinking about it, we are getting ZA on the original Switch, so expect that most likely next year, and Gen 10 in 25, or excuse me, 26 or 27, honestly. But we did get an update. This is what really is hyping me up. Update about Pokemon Synapse. The screenshots were incorrect. Those files are not related to Synapse. Is not an MMO. So a bunch of people were saying there was going to be a Pokemon MMO. Now we're saying that they're not going to be a Pokemon MMO. But Game Freak and Ilka are working on a game that may be a predecessor to Pokemon Stadium. That is pretty exciting. It looks like it's supposed to be high quality battle focused. So that tells me maybe another Pokemon Stadium game or a new Pokemon Coliseum / Gale Darkness game. And those games I felt like also focus on the battles because the animations were just so good, and because they could use fewer Pokemon. You know, those animations that they had in Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum, they look better than what we have in like Scarlet and Violet because they worked with less Pokemon. So if they do something like that, and Ilka works on a game where it's like a new region and it has a limited amount of Pokemon, they can focus more on the battles and the higher quality of it. There's a lot of stuff, and I think that this is the most exciting news. That not only are we going to be getting Legends, we're going to have our mainline games, and we're going to have some type of other spin-off that's closer to what Stadium and or Coliseum was. I haven't seen any news on another Let's Go game, which depending on who you are, that could be good or bad, but I would much prefer a Stadium or a Coliseum type game to come out. The only kind of red flag is that it's being co-developed with Ilka, who developed Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But to be honest, I think those games were mostly hindered by Nintendo, more so than Ilka. I think Nintendo gave them very direct instructions on how to develop those games and to only make them remakes of Diamond and Pearl, and that's really what hurt them. If Ilka was given the ability to kind of branch out and do new things, then maybe those games would have ended up a little bit differently. But the fact that they were so restricted on what they could do, that's what held those games back. So if Ilka has a little bit more creative liberties for this new game, then we may be actually up for a nice surprise, a pleasant surprise, and give them a little bit more consumer confidence, right? So some people are a little worried that they're working on those games, but I think that I want to give them another chance. I want to see what they can cook up and what they can do without being so restricted, and then we can decide whether, we actually have to be worried or not when they work on a game. There are so many leaks, and this is just the surface of what is out there right now. But I do want to address one thing. In the leaks, it looks like a lot of employee information was also stolen. Full names, email addresses, phone numbers were all on the leaks as well. If you're watching this, I hope that you could participate in the fun of looking at the games and the sprites and all the Pokemon that could have been. But please refrain from looking up or sharing any of that important, crucial information of people's, private lives. If you guys see any of that stuff, I'm not saying that you're looking for it. I doubt any of you guys are actually looking for that stuff, but if you're seeing it, report it, delete it, do what you got to do to try to get that out of the internet. I know it's going to be impossible, but I want to do my part to, I want to have fun and look at that stuff, but when it comes to people's personal lives, I just hope that they're not affected. So that's about it for me right now. I really need to go take a nap and drink a Red Bull or something. But there's just so much more that we can get into. We haven't talked about the weird Typhlosion lore or this whole Pokemon mythos thing that's going on. But I really wanted to focus more on the games and the Pokemon that we've seen, and we didn't even go through all of those. There's just so much to go through. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. Leave a comment down below. What was the most shocking thing that you've seen on the leaks? Or what has excited you the most? I know for me, kind of figured Gen 10 was going to be coming out on Switch 2, but the fact that Ilka is also working on a game and it might be a Pokemon Stadium, a Coliseum or something, that's what gets me excited. So let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. Have a great day.